Hey, what's going on? This is Rated RKO Superstar here, giving you an RKO to YouTube. WrestleMania 31 is about 10 to 12 weeks away, and just out of curiosity, or just to see what I could do, I went ahead and booked what I would like to see for this year's WrestleMania. Now, a lot of these, they're not going to be the best, but it's going to make sense for the current storylines. So, let's start with the first match of the night. Damien Sandow versus The Miz in a movie contract on a pole match. Now, Mizdow and Miz, that's gold. Every time I see them on my screen, I laugh. I can't help it. But what I see happening in the Royal Rumble, this is when it will stem. This is when it will start. Damien Mizdow and The Miz are both going to come out at the same time. Just let it happen. And The Miz is going to get eliminated, and Damien Sandow is going to sell it. However, his feet are not going to touch the ground, so he's still going to be in the Rumble match. And The Miz, he's going to get pissed off at that because The Miz is supposed to be the star. He's supposed to be the guy that's going to be like, okay, I'm going to go in there and steal the show. So Mizdow stays in. And this will lead to Mizdow overshadowing The Miz in a few matches, and then it will lead to a tag team title match at Elimination Chamber, and this just came in my head. I totally forgot that they were already booked in a match at the Royal Rumble. But still, we're gonna still go with what I'm going with. So Elimination Chamber, they will be thrown in a tag team match, and Mizdow is gonna cost the match, and then The Miz and Mizdow are gonna get into it. Miz is gonna shove Mizdow. And then Mizdow will come back as Damien Sandow and give him the elbow disdain or something like that. And this will lead to a movie contract on a pole match at WrestleMania. Now, what's going to happen during the match is Sandow's going to win. But he's going to look right at The Miz, take that contract, and rip it in half just to piss him off. Next on the card, we have Rusev, the United States Champion, going up against Ryback for the United States Championship. Now, I wanted this to happen as soon as I saw any indication that they would face off at the Royal Rumble for the title. Or just face off in general, because Ryback, he came out and cut the promo. He said, this isn't about America versus Russia, this is about me kicking his ass. And that's what I want to see. I want to see Ryback go in and kick his ass. And what better place to do it and end Rusev's streak than at WrestleMania? And Ryback will finally win his first United States Championship, or Singles Championship even, and become the U.S. Champion. It'd be a hard-hitting match, two powerhouses, two juggernauts going up against each other. It would be great. Now, the next match, Dolph Ziggler versus Seth Rollins. Now, if you really wanted to, you could have this be for the Money in the Bank contract. You know, kind of like what they did with Edge and Matt Hardy back at Raw Homecoming back in 2005. Dolph Ziggler's going to come back just as Ryback and Eric Rowan will. And Dolph Ziggler's going to say, you know what, I'm sick of Seth Rollins, and they're going to start a feud. And it's going to lead up to Dolph Ziggler saying, you know what, let's do all or nothing. You put your contract on the line at WrestleMania, and we go at it. They do. They steal the show just as you would think they did, just as they did at Survivor Series. No outside interference. Because if anyone were to come in from either side and cost the match in any way, shape, or form, then the other person would win the contract. No questions asked. I would have Seth Rollins win it. And you will find out why in a minute. Speaking of which, we're already 4 minutes in. Alright. The next match, and this match isn't really going to make much sense, but I want to see it. Bad News Barrett defending the Intercontinental Championship against Cesaro. Now, Cesaro is a guy I have believed in since day one. I have been a huge fan of his, even back in the day when he was Claudio Castagnoli. I think that's how you pronounce it. I've just been a huge supporter of Cesaro, and I think he deserves his due. And I think the best way to do it would be to pair up with another European and put the Intercontinental title on the line. And Cesaro, I would have him win it. Why? Because it would put him over and get the ball rolling and get back some momentum. Like some of the momentum he had after the Andre the Giant Battle Royal last year. I want to see that kind of momentum come back. Because Cesaro is a guy that deserves it. Next, John Cena versus Roman Reigns. Legacy versus the future. This would make the most sense. Not Roman Reigns winning the Royal Rumble and going for the WWE title against Brock Lesnar. That's not what I want. What I want is John Cena and Roman Reigns, because Roman Reigns is going to get sick of all the comparisons. And it's going to come down to the point where he's going to say, you know what, I'm tired of the comparisons. I'm going to show you guys that I'm different than him, and it's going to be at WrestleMania. And hopefully, working with John Cena will build up some of his mic skills, because, let's face it, even though 99% of the IWC doesn't like John Cena, he's got good mic work. And I think John Cena could be the guy to bring it out in Roman Reigns, just like John Cena did with Bray Wyatt. And I just think it'd be best for business. Not totally jumping the gun and putting Roman Reigns in the title picture already. Next, Undertaker versus Bray Wyatt in a Hell in a Cell match. This match will be brutal. I want to see this match happen. I don't know if The Undertaker will come, and I know all of you want to see Undertaker and Sting. But Undertaker and Sting isn't going to make sense yet. Or, it hasn't been built up yet. So, Undertaker and Bray Wyatt, that would make sense. Bray Wyatt, he's going to move on from the Dean Ambrose story. And he's going to say, he's going to take a moniker from The Undertaker. He's going to say, I am the Prince of Darkness now. I am the Eater of Worlds. I am the next dark entity of the WWE. And then he even comes out and says that he will replace The Undertaker. And then you hear it. Gong. Lights go out. Gong. And you know how most people would be stunned by this. You're just going to hear Bray Wyatt laugh. He's going to be smiling. He's going to be like, this is just what I wanted. He's going to hit the Sister Abigail on him. Undertaker's going to come right back up, give him the tombstone, and then Bray Wyatt's going to come back up, with the spider walk thing, smile on his face, and he's going to come up and he's going to say, what do you say, dead man? You and me at WrestleMania. Undertaker goes, yes. I want Bray Wyatt to win this. Why? Because it'll put him over. Undertaker, let's face it, he's gonna retire within the next year or so. I think it would be logical to, it'd be the most logical thing to do to have Undertaker pass the torch to Bray Wyatt instead of put Undertaker up against an already established veteran, Sting. And, although we may not ever see Undertaker and Sting, if this happens, and it's been rumored that it will be Undertaker and Bray Wyatt, then, tough luck. We can't always get what we want. And it's like Vince said, if he wants Undertaker and Bray Wyatt, he knows what we want better than we do. In most cases. Next, Triple H versus Sting. That makes sense. That already has build-up. Because if you guys remember, at Survivor Series, Sting cost the Authority their jobs. So Triple H, he's still gonna call out shots on Sting, and then it's gonna come out to when Sting just comes out and gives him the Scorpion Death Drop and says, you know what, Triple H, you want to fire all these shots and not take any back? Well, you're about to get some shots. What do you say, Sting and Triple H, WrestleMania? Triple H will be, what's the word I'm looking for? Hesitant. He'll be hesitant at first, be like, no, that's not gonna happen. We're not gonna do this, Sting. And then Sting's gonna get personal with Triple H. He's gonna say stuff about his wife, his family, his kids even. Because he's trying to get inside Triple H's head. then Triple H, he's going to get fed up. He says, you know what? Let's do it. You and me at WrestleMania. Let's go. One-on-one. No disqualifications. No holds barred. Sting's going to win. I really don't need to explain it. Sting, everyone's wanted to see Sting come to the WWE for so long now, and it would only make sense if he were to win his debut match with the WWE. Now, those last two matches, those have options to them. Because with this, you can either do those, or for the Undertaker match, have Undertaker and Sting, or even Undertaker, Sting, and Bray Wyatt, and then have Triple H and The Rock, which that also has build-up. That could also be a potential match, but with The Rock's schedule, with his movies and whatnot, I don't see it happening, so we're going to go with Undertaker and Bray Wyatt and Triple H and Sting. Now we're moving on to the main event. Brock Lesnar defending the WWE World Heavyweight Championship in a triple threat match against Daniel Bryan and the 2015 Royal Rumble winner, Dean Ambrose. Now, why is Daniel Bryan in the match? He still has a rematch clause, and he's gonna use that around WrestleMania season, and it's gonna turn the match into a triple threat match. Daniel Bryan's gonna be like, you know what? I've excelled in triple threat matches before, and I can do it again. Dean Ambrose, he's gonna be like, the WWE Championship has always been in my head, and I intend to win. And Brock Lesnar, he's just gonna be Brock Lesnar. Paul Heyman's gonna sing his praises and down talk, Daniel Bryan and Dean Ambrose. And the man I want to win this is Dean Ambrose. Now here's why. Daniel Bryan, yes, he could still have a chance. I'm a huge Daniel Bryan fan. I think I marked out even more so than anyone when he won the championship. Matter of fact, I actually have a picture of him framed, which you will see in the next video, because the next video is going to be a room tour video. I have a picture of him framed, holding the titles, because that motivates me. That motivates me to get up in the morning and be like, hey, I can do this. I know that sounds a little weird, but that's how I work. But Dean Ambrose, I just really want to see the title be put on him. He is the next Stone Cold Steve Austin. He will be this generation's Steve Austin. He will be that mouthpiece for all the renegades and the outcasts. And I would just love to see the strap be put on him. Would I like to see Daniel Bryan win? Of course I would. I'd love to see him win it back. But the fact of the matter is he's already had his WrestleMania moment. Dean Ambrose needs one. And it will be the perfect way to close out Brock Lesnar. Now, the Raw after, what's going to happen? Brock Lesnar is going to use his rematch clause in a steel cage match. Brock Lesnar will lose again, but what's going to happen after the match? Brock Lesnar's going to be pissed. He's going to beat the shit out of Dean Ambrose. And this is going to be the obvious setup for Seth Rollins to cash in and become the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Now, that will lead to Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. And I want that to culminate at SummerSlam with Seth Rollins defending the title against Daniel Bryan and Daniel Bryan winning it back. That is what I want for this year's WrestleMania. Leave your comments down below. Make any video response that you want with any match you want for WrestleMania. Tell me what you think of my WrestleMania card. Just to recap, Damien Sandow and The Miz, with Damien Sandow winning and ripping up a movie contract. Ryback defeating Rusev for the United States title. Seth Rollins defeating Dolph Ziggler in a ladder match. Cesaro winning the Intercontinental title. Roman Reigns defeating John Cena. Bray Wyatt defeating Undertaker. Sting defeating Triple H, and Dean Ambrose winning the WWE Championship. Leave your thoughts down below. Leave a like, leave a comment, share this video all across the internet, and subscribe for more. Coming at you with the next video, which will be the room tour video. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you all take care. Peace out.